Okay, welcome. Rod Moore here, doing a video walkthrough of how we promoted the Art of Public Speaking event for Yandina Toastmasters Club. And the way it was promoted was purely through creating an event on Facebook. So if I just come back to our Yandina Toastmasters page, this is our standard page. We have the events tab showing on the page. So if your Toastmasters Facebook page doesn't have events, then you need to come into settings and find the settings to add events to your Facebook page. So that's the first thing. So we promote everything at Yandina Toastmasters through the events section. So if I just come back to the page I was on. Okay, so if I click on events, it comes through to here. It's got upcoming events. It's heading into Christmas now, so we don't have any. I'll add the January event in after the new year. However, the Art of Public Speaking. So this is a past event, October 30th. Being a past event, it means that I can't really show you everything that I would like to, but I'll show you as much as I can. So at the top here, you can see that it reached a potential audience of 6,500 people. 143 people actually viewed it. It had 70 responses. So that's nearly 50% of people who actually took the time to look at the ad. That's pretty good conversion rate, I would think, which means that our targeting was pretty well spot on. So nice big image there, which, the image is really important because that's the very first thing that people see in their news feed is the image. So the image has to, basically sell the story. So obviously this is about public speaking. The headline or the name of the event, The Art of Public Speaking, and the location, Yandina, Toastmasters preview, right? And you can see there it's hosted by Yandina Toastmasters. The date and time, obviously pretty important, and the location here. I don't know that we got that entirely correct. Oh, yeah, there is a map. Yep, perfect. Yeah, but you need to have the location, obviously, of where the event's going to be. Now, if you have a look here, actually, I'll come back to the responses in a moment. I put a lot of information in here, and it might be worth coming in and copying this and modifying it to suit your particular club. But there's quite a bit of copy in here, which I think really spoke to the heart of people's fears around public speaking and why it's a good idea to learn public speaking to become confident as a public speaker. So feel free to come in and just copy this text in here or write something similar. But the mistake I see a lot of people making is they write one or two lines. So it doesn't really get the message out there. It doesn't sell the story. So you need to give people a lot of information to get them excited about wanting to come to the event. So the thing I should point out, this Art of Public Speaking event, it was not a demonstration meeting of Toastmasters. It was an information night. It was a lot of fun. There was a lot of laughs. It got people thinking about why they're afraid of public speaking, got them thinking about if they could develop the confidence, what that would mean in their own lives. And it got them excited about the fact that they could improve, with their public speaking. And I think that was a real key to it. There was a lot of excitement and buzz in the room as a result of the event. But you've got to get that message across in the text here as well. Now, one of the things that's really important is I ran this probably about 5 weeks out from the actual event is when I started running this campaign. And I did 2 bouts of advertising, right? So initially, when we first put the event up, I put the advertising onto it. And then I let it run for a week or so. And then I stopped it, and there was a bit of a dip in the middle. And then about 10 days before the event, I then ramped up the advertising again. Okay, so that's an important sort of time frame. And then during the entire 5-week period, I made a number of posts. So you can actually post into the event. And this is important because anybody who likes the event, which we'll look at in a moment, or engages with this event in any way, if you add these posts in here, and you can see Marilyn's added one, and so you want to engage other Toastmasters to get them to also, share information. You can see here, even on the night, we were adding information into the event. For people who are maybe on the fence, and this pops up in their news feed that the room's all set up, and that may have encouraged some people to come along. So within the actual event itself, I've got here not long to go now until the Art of Public Speaking night. I've got people commenting themselves that they're interested. Okay, there's Emma. She said she's planning on joining, and she has joined, and so on. So I was constantly popping information, and you can see a video there and so on, into the comments section for this event. Okay, and I think that's an important thing, that you don't just put the event up and hope for the best, that you interact with the event by adding into the discussion here. Okay, you can, and the way you do that is this section here. You write something, you can add a photo, a video, and I've even been doing that after the event as well. Why after the event? Well, have a look here. We've got all those people that have indicated interest. I want to keep connecting with those people. Okay, so we had 50 people indicate that they were interested. Now, some of these are Toastmasters and some of them aren't, but there's lots of people here that still haven't come along and checked it out. I mean, there are people here who have, like Julia, she's now a member, and there's a few others in here as well. But there's all those people here, right? So that's why I keep adding into the event. Jody, I think, will probably join us in the new year. And Zoe's come along as a guest and will, hopefully join us. Chris says he's coming to join us, so I hope to see Chris in the new year as well. So all these people have indicated that they're interested. They're prospects, and you don't want to just let those people disappear. We had 18 people who said that they went, so a few Toastmasters already. Jane, who has come along as a guest and will probably join. Vicky has joined. Emma's joined. Vicky's joined. So we've got two Vickies, or a Victoria and a Vicky. And, a couple of these people have brought people. So we've got some referrals as well out of this interest. So the whole idea, I think, with doing an event and then running ads to it is to generate as much interest and people liking the page as you can, because then by adding information into this discussion panel here, and it'll appear over here, you can continue to interact with those people and engage them and hopefully get them to come along. So lots of text in here. You can see there's all the recent posts. So the ad is the next most important part. Now the problem I've got here, I might just pause for 1 second. So I was hoping to show you the ad for the Art of Public Speaking event, but because it's a past event, I can't get into the advertising info. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create an event and then show you how I advertised it. So I'm in an event for one of our regular meetings. So I will just come in here and just copy this info here. Copy that. And then I'll come back to events. So I'll just quickly create an event. Create an event. And, we might alter this later, but for the time being, it might be okay. Grab that one there. And Dina Toastmasters. I'm not going to add everything in here that we need at this stage because it'll take too long, but I'll just quickly show you this. Dina Baptist Church. Because once now we meet on the 1st, we just go to January, first Monday and the 3rd, so it's going to be the 15th of Jan. And we meet at 6 p.m. We go through to about 8:30 p.m. Okay, so that description, I'll just copy that across. This will be our first meeting for 2018. Our New Year Toastmasters special, everyone's welcome along. Now this is interesting. I've got in here in the description, if you'd like to attend as a guest, then please leave a yes in the comments. I think that encourages more and more people to, just to comment yes as well. So, and it gets them engaged. So I think that's good. Keywords. Okay, so Toastmasters. Why aren't you showing? Oh, that's very annoying. Normally it should show you words related to Toastmasters, but it's not. And Sunshine Coast. No, not playing today. Maybe they've changed it. There's no ticketing system for this because it's a free event. So anyone can post. Okay, so I'll publish that. So I'm just doing this as a mock-up, just so I create an event and then I'll show you how I do the advertising. Okay, now the first thing I always do is I always say I'm going. So you want to start the activity around this event. So the more activity there is, the more people will be inclined to interact with the event, and that makes the whole ad work better. Okay, so you need to, tick it yes, you're going, and then you need to invite your executive and members who are active to do the same thing. So we've got some activity already started here. Okay, so then to advertise it, you come into Boost event. Okay. All right, now, okay, so it's actually, because I've already done ads in the past, it is going to show me my targeting here. It's saying my targeting is great, so let's just go and have a look at that. This is the key thing, I think, to make it work. So I've got all age 25 to 65 plus, Yandina, so choosing a geographical location, okay, within 25-mile radius. So basically the catchment area around there. Now it's come up with a potential audience of 140,000. It's saying my audience selection is great, so I'm not going to change that at all. The one thing that I do know is that the age group that really appealed to was really 35, the art of public speaking, that is, when we ran it. It was really 35 to 50. So you could narrow it down, and it was mostly women. But it's saying it's too specific now by choosing that. So I'll continue with all, saying it's great. There's 54,000 people will reach. So I'm happy to run with that. I'll just click on save. Okay, so you want to do it, people you choose through targeting. Okay, that's the key. When your Facebook page has got a few hundred people who like it, then you could choose people who like your page and their friends. So that's another option. But choose it through the targeting there. Okay. And now my account, because I set this up years ago, my account is in US dollars. Yours should be in Australian. Don't let them choose a budget for you. What you want to do is come in and choose a budget of, say, $25. Okay, saying I need a maximum of $1 a day. That's because they're trying to run my ad for, until January, until the actual event. I'm not going to do that. The reason why I'm not going to do that is because there's no point letting it run over Christmas and so on. I have found that to run it in 2 spurts is far more effective. So it's currently the 14th, so let me run it through to the 19th, okay? And now it's happy with my budget, okay? It's going to cost me $5 a day for 5 days, and you need to have a payment method in there, and you can sort that out. So this is how the ad looks. Yeah, Dinner Toastmasters shared an event. It's sponsored. There's all the details. Okay, you can see here. This is why the activity, creating as much activity as you can early on with your ad, because it shows up in here. Okay, and then when you see this ad appear in your own newsfeed, you need to like on it, comment it, and share it. The more activity around this event that you can create, the better. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So that all looks good. I click boost, and that will then go into a review process, and it won't be any problem. The only time you usually have problems is if you have too much writing on the photo, but in this case we don't. So I'd click boost in that case, and that ad would then start appearing within a few hours. Okay, so that's how I do the ads and how I do the targeting. So I'll just cancel that promotion. Yeah, and it works. It's quite effective. Now I think I just had somebody. Somebody just liked the fact that I said I was going. Thank you, Aaron. Appreciate that. So you can see already there's interaction. I only just put this up just a few seconds ago. So the event's very powerful, but the advertising is what drives it. So hopefully that's clear, and that makes a lot of sense. And good luck with running your art of public speaking presentation, and with running ads to your events. Cheers for now.